The Apple Dumpling. There once was an old woman who wanted an apple dumpling for supper. She had plenty of flour and plenty of butter, plenty of sugar and plenty of cinnamon, but she did not have any apples. The old woman did have a tree full of purple plums, but she knew that you cannot make an apple dumpling from plums, no matter how hard you try. The more the old woman thought about the apple dumpling, the more she wanted it. Finally, she put on her best clothes and set out to look for some apples. She took a basket of plums with her, saying to herself, "I have plums and want apples, but there may be someone who has apples and wants plums." What does the old woman want for supper? How does the old woman think she will get apples? Right away, the old woman met a girl with a flock of geese. "What is in your basket?" asked the girl. The woman told her about the plums she hoped to trade for apples. "I have no apples, but I love plum jelly," replied the girl. "Will you trade plums for goose feathers?" "Yes," said the old woman. "Feathers are lighter to carry than plums." Soon she came to a man in his beautiful rose garden. "What is in your basket?" he asked. The old woman told him about the feathers she hoped to trade for apples. "I have no apples, but goose feathers will make a soft pillow for my chair," replied the man. "Will you trade feathers for roses?" "Yes," said the old woman. "Roses smell better and sweeter than feathers." Next, she passed a man in fine clothes. "What is in your basket?" he asked. The old woman told him about the roses she hoped to trade for apples. "I have no apples, but roses will make a sweet-smelling gift for my grandmother," replied the man. "Will you trade roses for a watch?" What does the old woman trade the plums for? Why? What does the man want to give the old woman for the roses? "Yes," said the old woman, "I'll buy all the apples at the market with this watch." But just then a crying boy appeared. He had lost his money, and he couldn't buy bread for his mother. "I can't eat an apple dumpling if others have no bread," the old woman said. She gave the boy the watch and hurried away. Soon, the boy caught up with her. "Thank you for your kindness," he said, putting a puppy into her basket. "I still don't have any apples for my dumpling," the old woman said to herself, "but I've made a lot of trades. What will happen next?" Just around a bend in the road, the old woman saw an old man sitting under a beautiful apple tree. "That's the finest apple tree I've seen," said the old woman. "That may be so, but what good are apples when I'm lonely?" asked the old man. "I want apples and you want company," replied the old woman. "Will you trade your apples for my puppy?" "Yes," said the old man, and soon enough, the old woman was on her way home thinking happily about the apple dumpling she would have for her supper. Why is the young boy crying? What does the boy give to the old woman? The end.